Right guys, hope you're well, hope you're safe and sound in all these unpredictable times that we're living in, all the restrictions and everything that's going on. Can't get a lot done, can we? However, I've got to stick it out because it's for the better. Okay, so what I'm going to be looking at today is about money. How can I attract more money into my life? Because I think that's very important at this time, where a lot of people are having to either tighten their belts or to look for new work, that kind of situation. So money could be a little bit of an issue for many people. So how can I attract more money into my life? You know, what are my finances? What's my income going to look like over the next while? How can I improve my finances? I suppose would the question be. So let's have a look to see what we find. Using the Colette Baron-Reid Good Tarot for this. So we've got the 8, Queen, 8 of Fire, Queen of Earth, the 10 of Earth. 8 are blockages and so on. Queen's patience. 10 is like a transition or end of a cycle, so I'm drawn more to the 10 for this, so I'm going to use that pile. Okay, so let's put these over here. So we've got the 10, so this is what we're looking for. Okay, then we've got the 4, water, temptation, page of water. I'm not using reversals. So then we've got the Fool, and we got 2 of air, Tower, so the 5 of air, and the High Priestess, and we've got the Hierophant and the King of Water. Okay, so overall, over the past year, or the way you've been coming from, it's been a tough cycle, hasn't it? It's been a tough phase, and we know that certainly emotionally, practically, in many other ways as well. It's been a period of time where things just haven't worked out as we would have expected, you know, throughout the year. And we know that because of the pandemic situation. Everything was topsy-turvy, everything was turned on its head. There's been delays, there's been layoffs, there's been closures, all kinds of things. Every single country in the world's been affected by this, and every single area of life has been affected by this, whether it's personally, or whether it's work or business, or whether it's family, or whether it's friends, everything. The whole thing's been affected. So we want to bring this to an end, don't we? We want this cycle to change. And the 10 is a transition card. It's a completion card. It means that something has come to an end. Okay? There's still going to be situations to deal with going forward. 4 is about security and stability. So you'll be looking at, over the next year or so, to build security and stability. And you want to grow. The negative side of this card is stagnation. So for some of you, the situation may not change, at least not at first. It may take the full year before you actually get back on your feet, especially if you're a business owner that's been seriously impacted by everything that's been going on. It may take you the full year, this year, maybe into the next year, to find yourself back on your feet. So there will be a period of stagnation in that sense. For others, you will be able to build up on the situation going forward with the vaccines and everything coming in, and be able to move forward in a good way. It's creating a sense of stability and structure, a sense of security. You feel more confident in moving forward. Even those of you with businesses who have said, you know, you may appear or experience some stagnation in the years. You feel like you maybe not growing as quickly. You're still moving forward. You'll still be growing. You'll still be enjoying that growth. However, you won't be back, most likely, you won't be back to 2020 levels or pre-2020 levels until maybe next year, early next year, I would say, so in the next 12 months or so. So what can you do about that? Well, the first thing to do is avoid any temptations to think negatively about your situation. This is equivalent to the devil in the normal tarot. So negative blocks, limiting beliefs, that kind of situation could be coming in. You may feel that all is lost. You may feel that there's no way forward because there seems to be very little change. Certainly I would say in the first 6 months of this particular year, not much will change, even with the vaccines and things that are coming in now, and that's great, but not everyone in every age group is going to be vaccinated, probably not until June, July time, before all the vaccines will be freely available. Already there's been some challenges with the vaccines in logistics and things like that, and that's not just in one country, that's worldwide, because of the glass vials, for example. There's not enough of them. There's a high demand on them. The checks and everything has to be carried out before they're released to the public. All these kinds of things take time. You can't speed it up because you're talking about human lives here. You're talking about safety of the highest order. So things may feel that you're in like a negative place still, or it may seem like you're not making much progress, but stick with it. Don't allow yourself to really fall into that trap of thinking negatively about the situation, about your personal situation, about your work situation, about your business situation, social situation, whatever it happens to be. Stay optimistic is what I'm saying here, and that's certainly what I'm doing my best to do. I'm staying as optimistic as possible, and genuine optimism as well. It's not forced. It's not saying, oh yeah, I'm being a Pollyanna, and in reality I'm being a Grinch. No, I'm being truly optimistic and positive, because I believe and I feel and I know there's better on the way. It's as simple as that. However, we have a default setting in our minds, and that's negativity. We tend, scientists I think have worked out, we get something like 80% of our thoughts are negative compared to the 20% that comes in, and we have somewhere, depending on which scientist it is, they've worked out somewhere between 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. Some say 100,000 a day, and 80% of those, that's a lot of negative thoughts. So it's no wonder that we still have these fears, these anxieties and so on that come up, and even when things are going well, they come up and hit us from behind. Little voices in our head saying, you can't do that. Remember what happened last time? Who says you're good enough and all this? Oh, this is all happening again, is it? Well, we know where this is going to lead, don't we? Those kind of things. So try your best, guys, to avoid thinking in such a way, because things will improve. Things are going to improve, in fact. What to look out for is new paths. Don't reject any new paths. Pages or messengers to bring in this the page of cups in this situation, but those of you who watch me know I don't use traditional meanings. So pages for me are about new paths, new openings, new opportunities coming in. So don't ignore the opportunities. Don't be thinking so negatively that you miss the opportunities. Be aware that new opportunities are approaching you or are on the way, and they're available all the time. You just need to focus on them and see if they are a fit for you. So you could be blind spotted in that way, in the sense going forward. If you're so focused on the negative in your life, you'll be missing the opportunities until it's too late to move forward. You'll probably see it in hindsight. So, oh, I wish I'd taken an opportunity. Or you might reject something. You may think, oh, this is too good to be true, I'm not going to even bother with it. And you find out later that it wasn't too good to be true. And I've done that a few times in my life as well, where I thought, no, you know what, it doesn't feel right to me, in the sense of I think it's just too good to be true, and I found out later that I'd missed out on a good opportunity. Well, one example I like to use is all those who is it Facebook? At the original meeting or something like that with Mark Zuckerberg and his friends, he'd invited quite a few investors in there. They didn't see it. They didn't invest in Facebook, and they went on and then look at Facebook now, how much it's worth. They are kicking themselves that they were blinded by their own negative thinking about an opportunity. So be aware of opportunities. That doesn't mean to say that every opportunity is going to be good. Do your due diligence, as they say. Check it out fully before you make a decision. Just don't let your negative thinking take control. Okay, so where you're going to get help from, there are also those others who are on a new journey as well, and the Fool is about a new journey, a new chapter. There are also those who are willing to maybe take the risk in you and invest in you if it's a business idea, or if it's a work situation, a new job situation. There are those who are willing to invest in you, even though you may not be fully qualified for the work that you're applying for example, but they're going to take a risk in you because they like you as a person. In relationships, if this is in a relationship, there's still situations where people will warm to you, will turn to you, will want to be with you because of the person you are. So be genuine, be yourself. If you're a fool, act the fool. That kind of situation. Obviously, don't act the idiot, if you know what I mean. But if you're acceptable or accepting. Actually, not acceptable, but accepting of yourself, and you move forward and view things with the eyes of a child. Move forward, opportunities and so on. Move forward with the eyes of a child, in the sense of the innocence, because the Fool is very innocent. It's the start of the journey, isn't it? So you could be starting a new journey here. There's a new journey coming up. And it needs you to be open to it, to accepting of it. It needs you to be viewing things in a different way, in a different perspective. Perhaps something that you haven't thought of before, perhaps something completely new. And this could well be an income earning opportunity that you haven't thought of before. It might be worth the risk. Might be worth doing the training. Once you've found out about it a bit, do the training to become more knowledgeable. Even if it's on the job training or online training, you might say, I can't afford it. The courses are extraordinary, astronomical. That's what I was looking for. There's free training. Go onto YouTube. It'll take longer. Go onto YouTube. You'll find free training there in practically every area of life. And most of it's still relevant. Udemy, Udemy, I think that, they're still going. You can get very cheap courses on there. There's loads of stuff, free training online. It'll take time to piece it all together, but you'll be training. You can get the qualifications that you need. But a new opportunity is coming up. A new chapter could well be starting for you. So be open to it and have a good look at it before you make any final decisions. So, talking about decisions now, and you need to think things over. I say need to. You don't need to do anything. I'm suggesting that you think it over, check it out. This new opportunity is coming in, and if you feel it is a good fit for you, and trust your intuition on this, not just your head. I mean, so the two of us is about thinking, not just your thoughts on it. But trust your gut, trust your intuition on this. If it feels good to you, then perhaps it is good for you. However, you're not going to move forward if you don't make any decision. Like I said, be open. Don't be blind spotted by negative thinking. Be open to the opportunity. It may be in a completely different sector, completely different area to what you're normally used to. A couple of years ago, I went into a completely different area. I went into social care, looking after adults with learning difficulties. Never done anything like that in my life. I had a preconceived idea of what social care and the likes, was about. I thought it was all about wiping bums and things like that. That's totally wrong. So, no preconceived ideas. Check it all out. Maybe take the risk if it feels good to you. Check in with your intuition. Check in with your gut. What does that say? How do you feel? What is your heart saying? If it feels good to you, if it feels a good fit, then maybe it could well be your way forward. There certainly is something dramatic coming in, a dramatic change coming into your life with the Tower. And this to me is a rebuild. Before you rebuild something, you have to tear it down. Okay, so that's pretty obvious, I think. So you need to perhaps be, I've got to stop saying you need. What I suggest is, if you want to move forward, then it would be better for you to focus on rebuilding what it is you want in your life, rebuilding your life perhaps after the turmoil of last year, rebuild your career, rebuild your business, whatever it happens to be. But a sudden change, this sudden opportunity that comes out of the blue, that comes, beyond your control, perhaps even, it gives you the chance to rebuild something, because before you can rebuild something, you've got to tear something down. And it could be old negative beliefs that you need to tear down. Okay, old ways of thinking you need to tear down and accept something new that's coming in, which could be worth the risk of making a decision on and going forward with it. Okay, so just let that sink in for a second. You need to rebuild. I'm saying need again, but that goes for all of us. If we don't rebuild, we don't move forward. We stay stuck where we are. It's as simple as that. So take the chance to rebuild, guys, if you can. If this is a good fit for you, and I feel for most of you it will be a very good fit. Change is on the way, because if you rebuild, things are going to change. So this is what you could be focusing on going forward, is change in your life, rebuilding and changing your life completely, turning it around from where it was. Remember what I said? Completion. Then you've got this opportunity coming in, and to accept it, I think, would be very fortuitous. You have the chance to rebuild your life and get into an area where you're even better off than you were before. So we're talking about money here, we're talking about income, we're talking about improving your finances, being able to pay the bills without worrying, in fact not even being bothered about the bills because you know they're being taken care of, being able to take the holidays, or pay for a car, or get a house on mortgage, whatever. Even in some cases you may even have the money to buy the house outright, or flat, or whatever it happens to be. But we're talking about this year, especially this coming year, has been a very fortuitous time for many people. But you've got to take the decision first, be willing to rebuild. Like I said, don't allow yourself to be blind spotted of any new opportunities that may come your way. Change can also be like a reversal for some. Let's face up to that. If you decide not to rebuild and stay where you are, then that change could well be that you're in a more precarious predicament than before. Okay? Or you may choose to go a different route. Instead of turning left, you turn right, and that's fine. However, it could well be then that you stay the same as you are, or you still improve your circumstances, but perhaps not as much as you could have done. I mean, the choice is always down to you in the end of the day. You go with what you feel is right for you. But change is certainly on its way. There is a chance of change, and I feel it's going to be very soon as well. Got the High Priestess, and that's about decisions as well. That's about using your intuition. Opportunities are there. You have the chance to attract opportunities into your life through your intuition, through your positive affirmations, through meditation, through whatever methods you use to attract good positive things into your life. Okay? Use your intuition. Trust your intuition. Sharpen your intuition. How can you do that? It's a very simple exercise called the chair exercise, where you just sit in the chair, close your eyes, just breathe deeply a couple of times to set yourself down. Or if you want to, you can do the heart-brain coherence, where you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in through your heart, and take a deep breath in, hold it for 5, and then breathe out, gently in and out gently. So breathe in deeply, and then hold for 5, and then breathe out, and just to settle your heart down, and that your heart and brain are connected together, and that quietens everything down. And that's key, because while you're sitting there in that chair, you want to quieten your mind and allow your intuition to speak to you. Your intuition is your subconscious mind, and it's also connected to the person that is really you, your higher self. Okay, so it's connected to the universe, connected to the collective consciousness, connected to all there is. This is the God spark that people call, or divine spark people call, that's within us, connecting to yourself. And you sit quietly 10-20 minutes and allow your intuition to speak with you. It's difficult to sit there for 20 minutes, especially at the start. You'd be thinking about, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, and I want to do that, and what am I going to have for dinner tonight, and what will I watch on TV, and what did he say to me? This kind of situation. But eventually you will be able to quieten your mind and get in touch with your intuition, and you'll be able to use it more clearly, a lot clearer in your life. You'll start knowing things which are right or wrong in your view. So get in contact with your intuition. Use that as a big boost to help you on your journey to attract into your life the abundance that you want, that you desire and deserve. And do so in a positive way. Going by law of attraction teaching, it's best not to use affirmations which are like, I am a multimillionaire, I am the owner of a massive business, when your subconscious mind, your intuition, knows it's not true. Because it'll just pop up and say, I saw your bank statement this morning. You're nowhere near a millionaire. That kind of situation. Best affirmations that for me, that work for me, are, I am so happy and grateful that I am on the right road to bring into my life the abundance that is ideal for me. An affirmation like that would work. I am bringing into my life, I am attracting into my life everything I need to do, know and have to attract and allow my ideal level of abundance. Okay? I'm so happy and grateful now that I am financially secure. I am so happy and grateful now I'm in the process of becoming financially secure. Because you're always in the process of doing something. View it in the now as well. Okay, so there's a lot of intuition training programs on the internet, on YouTube, guided meditations and so on that you can take part in. Great book is The Law of Attraction by Michael Lozier. The Secret is a good book, but it's a great book and so on, but it's only like an introduction to the law of attraction. But you've got Abraham Hicks, loads of stuff on YouTube from Abraham Hicks. There's loads of stuff on YouTube from Michael Lozier and people like that, and others who will help you in that way to build up your intuition, build up your law of attraction methods, if you like. And one person I would look out for on YouTube is Christine Lopes, Lopes, Christine Lopes. She's very good. She's called the Heart Alchemist. I'd really enjoy her stuff. I would have a look at what she does as well. So what we have here next is the Hierophant, and I feel for many of you, because the Hierophant is like an institution, or it could also be like a mentorship. Some of you, or many of you, may be looking to others, coaches, business advisors, other mentors, to grow your business, to help you attract more income into your lives, to find better work and all kinds of things like that. So you'll be going to institutions, you'll be looking to for help over the next few months to help you do that. And that's not a very bad idea at all. That's an excellent idea, in fact, because if you try to do it all by yourself, as I've done in the past, it doesn't work out, not as well as it should do. So you can do certain things on your own, but there's certainly no harm in asking for help. And a life coach, or any other kind of coach in your area, your specific field, will certainly help you in that regard as well. And I've already mentioned a few people on YouTube where you could tap into them, and get some help there. Other institutions, obviously you're talking about banks and loan companies and the like. However, be very careful in that regard. A, because of the interest that they charge, and B, as to whether your credit rating will allow you to get a decent loan or help out in that way. And C, there's a lot of loan sharks out there, and they take advantage of those of us who are in need of quick cash. So be aware of that as well, as I'm sure you are. Overall outcome then is the King. That's knowledge and wisdom for me. Knowledge and wisdom. And you've gained the knowledge and wisdom from all your experiences from this time. You'll find the way that you need to bring extra income into your household, into your life, into your bank account, if you follow the kind of steps, the rough guide that I've offered here. You'll certainly do that. Use whatever tools, law of attraction tools, are available, and you will do that. Use the opportunities. Think in a more positive way, so you're not blinded to the opportunities that come into your life. Take the risks to rebuild your life on an opportunity. You might think it's too good to be true. Check it out, obviously, first. Check it out. If it does seem to be too good to be true, dig deeper. Find out more about the opportunity before you make a decision on it. And if it is too good to be true, then obviously don't go with it. But if it isn't, if it seems to be really true, check in with your gut. Obviously build up your intuition. Check in with your gut. Find out what that says. And if you feel it's a good one, then go for it. So it could well be a sudden, out of the blue opportunity that comes your way, which will really transform your life in a financial sense, and you will then be king of the castle. Okay, you'll be the one who will be prosperous and generous with your money, as well as the King of Cups is. Right, you'll be the one that will have the money in your life to pay your bills, to live a decent life, to live a life where you can feel financially secure. Okay, so that's what I get, guys, in relation to improving your finances, improving your overall income levels. You can attract more money into your life, and you will be able to, if you're open to the opportunities that are available and you take action on them, and not stay in your neggy party pit and woe is me, and oh, this always happens, and who's coming down here to join me in this pity pit. No, those aren't the parties you want to hold. You want to hold the parties this guy's famous for. Alright, so apparently the King of Cups throws some wild parties, but obviously be sensible about it. Take the risk, look into the situation, approach it through the eyes of a child, through the innocence of a child, without being naive, because you do have the knowledge and wisdom as well, don't forget. You know, that's what this is all about. That's what your intuition is all about. But change is on the way, and there's rebuilding on the way. But you have to accept the new path. You have to make the decision on it. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's what I have for you. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from it. If you did, then please put comments into the box below. Like, share, subscribe, and I shall see you again very soon. Cheers, guys. Thank you for watching.